Understanding sectional anatomy is important as structure in the body can be cut or sectioned in different planes. If we don't understand the sectional anatomy, it will be harder to understand human body as we approach the anatomy and physiology class further, as anatomy build upon concepts itself, just like some other subjects. Soon, we will learn the parts of body which requires cross-section or any kind of sectional anatomy, which is key for modern medicine, because it reveals the crucial relationships between internal organs and tissues, which is essential for interpreting medical imaging, CT scan, MRI, ultrasound, and for surgical planning. First, we need to know the definition of those terms. We always have to deal with transverse or horizontal or any other sections in human anatomy. What is transverse or horizontal section? Transverse plane or horizontal plane is a plane parallel to the ground, when standing, that cuts the body into top and bottom halves. Tip to remember, transverse starts with T, and the top part of T is parallel to the ground. Transverse plane divides body into top part, which will be called superior, and bottom part of the body, which will be called inferior. A transverse cut through the abdomen might show the stomach, superior, and intestines, inferior, in one section, while a cut through the pelvis would reveal the bladder and reproductive organs. Each section of the body houses specific organs and organ systems that differ in size, shape, and function. For instance, a transverse section through the chest will show the heart and lungs enclosed by the rib cage, while a section through the abdomen reveals the liver, stomach, intestines, and kidneys, which have a very different arrangement and shape. The human body has vastly more complex, asymmetrical, and overlapping structure. Sagittal plane divides the body into left and right sides. Median or mid-sagittal is the midline. The sagittal plane is an imaginary vertical slice that divides your body into right and left halves. It divides body into left and right sections. Mid-sagittal or median is exactly down the middle, creating equal left and right halves. Like when you cut birthday cake, mostly first we cut half in the middle before start cutting more pieces, so both left and right sides almost same, just to get an idea. Coronal, frontal plane, divides the body into front, anterior, and back, posterior portions. A frontal or coronal section divides the body vertically into front, anterior, and back, posterior parts, like slicing a loaf of bread from front to back, showing you the face, chest, and belly on one side, and the spine, back on the other. A vertical slice, running from head to toe, but sideways. It splits the body into a front of the body, or anterior, and a back of the body, or posterior section. Frontal describes the plane, and anterior or ventral describes the front aspect within that plane, and in general body description. Students sometimes gets confused of between frontal or coronal plane and front of the body. Just keep in mind frontal or coronal planes divide body in anterior or front of the body, which also called ventral side. The back side is called posterior or dorsal side. In human sectional anatomy, the terms posterior and dorsal often used to refer to the back of the body. The major body compartment located in this area is called the dorsal cavity, which contains the brain, in the cranial cavity, and the spinal cord, in the spinal cavity. In sectional anatomy, anterior or ventral, both pointing towards the front of the body. Ventral or anterior cavity is located at the front of the trunk, subdivided into thoracic cavity, chest, heart, lungs, abdominopelvic cavity, abdomen and pelvis, digestive and reproductive organs. What is cross-section in anatomy? A cross-section of the human body is a 2D view of internal structures, like slicing a loaf of bread, created by imaginary planes, sagittal, coronal, transverse, that divide the body to show the arrangement and relationship of organs, tissues, bones, and vessels. Transverse, coronal, and sagittal planes are the fundamental anatomical planes used to create cross-sections, slices, of the body to understand anatomy in 2D, like medical images, from a 3D structure. This is all for today.